Hello everyone, Zane here, welcome to another Final Fantasy XIV video. Today, we'll be going over the Samurai Melee job. This is one of my favorite melee jobs ever since it's been implemented in Stormblood, and I figured I'd teach you guys how the job works. So first let's go over stats and gear for Samurai. So the gear set is going to be Slaying for the accessories and Striking for the left side. They share the same gear with Monk, and that's some of the accessories, Monk, Dragoon, Samurai, and Reaper. The main stats of a Samurai are Strength, Critical Hit, Determination, Direct Hit, and Skill Speed. There are two builds for Samurai, a Skill Speed build for faster attacks, and a Crit build for stronger hits. Either one is viable, but I personally like going with the Critical Hit build because Samurais do get an increase to skill speed with some of their attacks. Okay, but that is the main stats for the Samurai. So next, let's go over the Samurai's gauge. So here we have the 3 sen stickers. Here we have the Kanki gauge, which is the sword, and the diamond here are called the meditation stacks. So every time you do your basic combos, these stickers will light up depending on what combo that you used. Every attack will increase your Kanki gauge, and then meditation stacks will increase every single time you do an AI Jutsu attack, which is going to involve your sen stickers. So that is going to be the gauge for Samurai. So let's go over the combo and basic skills of Samurai. So if you go to the actions and traits, come down to the compact view section, you can switch from a list to a skill tree so you guys know what combos offer what for easier learning. So Samurai's basic attack is Hakaze. This will combo off of Jinpu, Shifu, or Yukukaze. Jinpu and Shifu go off into Gecko and Kasha, and these will give you your sen stickers. Gecko will be the moon, Kasha will be the flower, and Yukukaze will be the snowflake. Jinpu and Shifu will give you your strength and skill speed buff, respectively. Gecko and Kasha must be done in their positionals to give you extra Kanki, which is 10, otherwise they'll give you 5. So Gecko must be done from the rear, and Kasha must be done from the flank. Yukukaze can be done anywhere, and it gives you a 15 Kanki gauge each time you use it. So your AoE Fuga is going to be at level 26, but it upgrades to Fugo at 86. So Fuga is going to be a Cornel, then upgrades into a AoE around you. This combos into Mangetsu and Oka respectively. This will also give you your strength and skill speed buff. Now let's put these actions into effect. So make sure that you are doing these in the right positionals. So make sure you do your Shifu from the side, and then make sure you do your Gecko from behind. You can tell which is which because the arrow is telling you that those are the flanks, and the open end in the back is going to be the rear. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of those sens. Alright, so you start with Hakaze. Go into Shifu from the side, because your skill speed is more important right now. Then go into Jinpu and Gecko from behind. As you finish the combo, you get your sen sticker, which you can see on screen. And then Yukukaze can be done wherever. Now for the AoEs, Fuko, Mangetsu, and then Oka. As you can see, your buffs also reapply with AoEs as well. So that is going to be your basic rotation and your AoEs. Next, let's talk about your Iaijutsu attacks. This is going to be an attack that depends on your sen stickers. One sen sticker gives you Higambana, which is a 1-minute dot. Tegagoken is an AoE at 2 stickers, and Madara Setsugeka is a critical hit automatic at 3 stickers. Alright, so when you go ahead and do, let's say, 1 attack with Yukukaze, you get 1 sticker. You must cast the Iaijutsu. So then when we do 2, we'll be able to do the AoE, which is pretty large, and if you hit all 3, you get Madari, which does a crit attack by default. Direct hit depends on RNG and your stat. So that is going to be the sen stickers and the Iaijutsu. The next thing I want to show you guys is going to be the Mekio C-Suite. This allows you to do your last attack in your combo for free. So when you use it, even the AoEs will all light up. This way you guys can go ahead into your final attack. Note that you will also get your skill speed and damage buff as well when you use it, so you don't have to worry about that. It's very important that you make sure that you use this almost every single time it is available to get your strongest attacks out fast. Next, let's talk about Third Eye, Hagakure, and Meditation. The Third Eye is going to be your damage reduction for 10 seconds, and it only has a 4-second duration, so you want to use this as close as possible to a raid wide, or if you're doing dungeons, try to get hit by at least one AoE to get yourself the 10 Kanki that it also grants on hit. This will have a 15-second recast time. Hagakure will basically take your Sen stickers and turn them into Kanki Gauge, 10 each, up to a maximum of 3. This is perfect if you accidentally screw up your Sen stickers, or if you want to reset your Sen stickers before a boss in a dungeon to set up your rotation. Meditation is going to be an Kanki increase ability, but also will give you meditation stacks up to 3. And this will last for 15 seconds. It will go from 0 Kanki to 50 for its full duration. If you move while this is up, you automatically will cancel the effect. This also will cancel auto attacks as well, and this is best used when an enemy is disengaged where you cannot hit them. Okay, so if we go ahead and use our stickers, we can go ahead and use Hagakure to reset them all. Let's just reset our Kanki Gauge real quick. So if we use Hagakure, Sens go away, and we get a maximum of 30. Now for meditation, which has to be done in battle, as you can see, the Kanki Gauge will increase every few seconds. Because I already had the meditation stacks, I don't get any at this point. There you go, so I was at 30, and now I'm up to 80 Kanki, so it goes up to at least 50 points for the full duration. So make sure you utilize those as much as possible. Meditation is going to be situational. Now let's talk about your disengagement, your gap closer, and your distance attack. So the first one is your distance attack called Enpai, which will give you a 10 Kanki Gauge every time you use it. Gaio 10 is going to be your gap closer, and Yacht 10 is going to be your disengage. This costs 10 Kanki Gauge each to execute. So if you disengage with Yaten, you will get Enpai Enhance, which does increase damage. And then also, Gaio-ten will also be your gap closer just like that. So if you want to be kind of fancy, you can basically, at the last second, dodge an AoE, hit him from afar, then get back into the fray and continue attacking. If you cannot re-engage with the enemy because they're doing AoEs, then you basically are going to spam Enpai instead of standing there like an idiot. So make sure you continuously do damage with Enpai if you can't reach. Okay? So that is going to be your gap closer, your distance attack, and your disengage. Now let's talk about all of your Kanki Spenders. This is going to act like your off global cooldown since you don't really have OGCDs to its Samurai. So these are going to entail Shinten, which is a single target, Kaio-ten, which is going to be your AoE, Gyuren, which is another AoE, and Senai or Sene is going to be your single target. These two here will share a cooldown of 120 seconds, so depending on which one you're doing, depending on your situation, both of them will go on cooldown, and they will cost 25 Kanki each. Shinten is going to be, like I said, your single target, also costs you 25 Kanki, and Kaio-ten is going to be AoE. So again, depending on what you're doing, you're going to be using these accordingly. Okay, so we're going to quickly get some Kanki up. Alright, so Shinten, Kaio-ten, Sene or Senai, however you pronounce it, and Gyuren will come back up in about 120 seconds. So like I said, you're going to weave these in depending on your situation, if you're doing AoE or single target. Next, I'm going to talk to you guys about the Geisha attack, or basically the mirror to your Iaijutsu. Whenever you do a Iaijutsu attack, you can mirror it again by using the Geisha attack, which is going to be at level 76. Never want to do a mirror Higginbana unless you're doing 2 enemies at once in a fight. Otherwise, you're always going to be doing Goken or Madara Setsugeka. Alright. The next attack is going to be Ergonomic, which also has a mirror attack as well to do it twice. But in order to use Ergonomic, you must do Ikishoten first. This is going to give you 50 Kanki gauge and also grant you Ergonomic ready for 30 seconds. It must be done inside of battle. Okay? So first we're going to get our Sen stickers so we can do a Iaijutsu mirror. So we're going to do Madara Setsugeka, and then we're going to mirror it with the Kashi Setsugeka. Next, Ikishoten. Now we can do Ergonomic, and then the mirror. Okay, so that basically how the Gashi and the Ergonomic and then the Kashinami work with Ikishoten. Alright, Ergonomic can only be activated when Ikishoten is up, so you're going to go off the Ikishoten's cooldown to know when to go back up. Now let's go over your meditation stack waster. There's only 2 abilities, Shoha 2 and Shoha 1. 1 is going to be a single target, 2 is going to be AoE. So every single time you do one of Iaijutsu or one Ergonomic, you'll get 1 stack of meditation, or if you use meditate. So Higginbana, Geisha 1. Goken, Geisha 1. And showing you Madara Setsugeka also will give you 1. It doesn't matter which one you use, you always will get a meditation stack. And then you can go ahead and use Shoha. Or Shoha 2 if you're doing multiple targets. Remember, 2 or below, single target, 3 or more, AoE. So that is going to be your meditation wasters. Next is going to be spell queuing and slide casting. Despite the fact that it's melee, the Iaijutsus must be casted in order to use. So slide casting is the ability to move at the last second while also getting the attack off. To make this a little bit easier to understand, having an emote on your hotbar will let you know when you can move, because this will pop up first. Okay, so we are going to be doing a Iaijutsu first to show you that. So pay attention to the emote and pay attention to my cast bar. So even though I was not done casting, the emote lit up first, which means that I could move, so I can move and also get the attack off at the same time and dodge an AoE if needed. So, spell queuing, the ability to basically do what I just did, but use another ability that couldn't be activated because I was still, casting the spell or doing my Iaijutsu. So if you do a casting ability and then do another ability, when the cast is done, the game will automatically use the next ability that you clicked, even though it wasn't ready. So to put it into effect, doing Ergonomic here, then I'm going to be doing Shinten in between while the Ergonomic is casting. See? I did Shinten right after Ergonomic. And as you can see here, I did Ergonomic then Shinten right after. And there you go again. So spell queuing for Samurai is very, very important to doing combos without really having to clip anything. So that is spell casting and slide casting for Samurai. And this can be done with anybody who has a cast time for any skill. Now let's go over your traits for Samurai. So 52, Kanki Mastery, gives you Kanki gauge when landing select weapon skills, or when getting hit by third eye. Kanki Mastery 2, any weapon skill will give you a Kanki except Iaijutsus. Way of the Samurai increases Hakaze, Jinpu, and Shifu potency. Enhanced Iaijutsu gives you a 1.3 second cast time, so that's reduced. Fugetsu and Fuka Enhanced reduces the weapon skill cast time, recast time, and spell cast time and recast time and auto attack delay to 13%. The Enhanced Geisha allows you to do 2 charges of the mirror. Way of the Samurai increases Gekko, Kasha, and Yukaze to 120 potency. Fuga Mastery changes Fuga to Fuka-O. Instead of doing the frontal conal AoE, it will do a AoE around you. Enhanced Mikio Shisui does 2 charges, and Enhanced Ikishoten allows you to do Ergonomic. So those are going to be the traits. As the role actions, you get the personal heal of Second Wind, Leg Sweep for stuns, Bloodbath converts damage into HP, or some of it. This was nerfed horribly. Feint reduces 10% on physical and 5 on magical. Arm's Length nullifies most knockback and draw-ins. Not all of them. So if there is going to be an insta-kill from an Enrage, this cannot negate it. And True North negates all directional requirements. And also Arm's Length gets a slow on most trash mobs, not bosses. So that is going to be your traits and role actions for your samurai. Remember, the role actions will share depending on your role that you're playing. So melees will have the same, casters have the same, tanks and healers will also have the same, respectively. So next, I'm going to show you guys my opener / rotation that I use personally. Because I'm not a Savage or Ultimate Raider, I don't really have to worry about doing min-maxing or doing my best possible DPS that I can do. Alright, this is just basically a beginner's guide to help you guys understand and play Samurai. If you're looking for something more advanced, Wescaliber, Icy Veins on YouTube can do a pretty good job helping you, or the Balanced Discord can help as well. Alright, so I'm going to go through my rotation pretty quickly, and then I'll talk you guys through it. Alright, so let's begin. Alright, so now to talk through my rotation. Alright, so I do Mikio Shisui, True North, then do our combos. Kasha, Gecko, Ikukaze, Shinten, Midare, Mirror, Shisui again, Okanekakiri, Gecko, Higambana, Kasha, Gecko again, Okanekakiri, Shinten, Mirror, Senai, and then Shoha. Go into Shinten and go into Yugokaze to get off the Midara Tetsukeka again. And then this point you're just going to do your combos, getting your sends up, Midari again, and then when Mikio comes back up, you're going to apply that. Also make sure you're doing Shinten in between when you get 25 Kanki. And then continue doing it again until Higambana needs to be reapplied. Shoha's back up, so you do that. And if you do any other attack when the Gashi attack is up, it will basically fall off until you do the next Jitsu. So just keep that in mind. Also, make sure to remember that the gap closer, the distance attack, and the range attack does not interrupt your combos. So keep all that in mind. So guys, that is it for this video. That's all the things that I can think about to teach you guys how to play Samurai. One little tip, if you are confused by the names, just go by the icons. Sometimes it's better to do that than it is to actually learn the names. And then eventually it'll just come to second nature. As for hotbar placement, that's going to be up to you. This is what works for me. So if this doesn't work for you, play around with these skills and put them where you think is going to work. But everybody's going to be different, so don't take what I am using as gospel. Just figure out what works for you and go with that. Alright guys, and if you need more information, again, there's our resources out there if you want more something advanced. Alright guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new for more Final Fantasy XIV content and join the First of Brood. If you guys want to join my Discord server, the link is in the description down below. And if you guys like what I do here on YouTube and want to support me monetarily, I do have YouTube memberships available, and a link to my Patreon is also in the description down below. So until next time, may you forever walk in the glorious light of Lord Bahamut, and always remember to keep forging ahead. Happy learning!